Next one's from Blood Sugar Baby.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets. Who would have said that 5 years ago, right?
Blood Sugar Baby. Subject is Darby Allin pestering Konnan. Question for Konnan. Hey, Konnan. I think it was on a show 2 to 3 weeks ago where you guys were reviewing AEW, and you said how some of those guys would call or text you complaining about comments made on the show. You even named Darby Allin specifically. How corny is that? None of those roundtable guys, Discord Joe, asked you about, but can you maybe tell us more about it? What stuff did he say to you? Who else calls you? That news made Allin go down in my eyes, which wasn't too high to begin with. Also, R.I.P. New Jack.
No, no, we were talking about, huh?
You never said he complained to you. That's what I'm saying. This email is kind of BS.
Right. He must have misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking about people that complain if you criticize them and stuff like that. And I said, it's kind of funny because the other day, and I was going to start a story, and guess who cut me off?
Disco?
Me.
Yeah. So I was like, I got a call from Darby Allin, but when I went to answer it, he'd already hung up. And I thought in my head, I wonder if he was going to call him, because what other reason would this guy be calling me for, except to probably say he heard me say something about him. But we never actually talked. Yeah.
Interesting. Have you had anything derogatory to say about him?
No, not derogatory, but I say the truth. I think that for a long time they didn't do with him. He was just sitting in the stands doing nothing. And even though I understand why they're pushing him, because I saw that mystique, that Jeff Hardy thing that he has about him, but that they haven't translated that to the fans. And the best video they've done with him in a year and a half is the last one he just did before he lost. They would have done more of those personality profile character developments leading up to this. We'd all be more into him. But we're not, because all he did was sit up in the stands. And then they decided, okay, people are complaining he's not wrestling. Let's give him a bunch of wins. And it was just win after win after win with no real storyline.
Let me.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Is that like... His
Would you
character
disagree with anything I've just said?
No, I don't. But I'm going to extrapolate that because it just made me think of something, right? You talk about this vignette that he had last week where he was talking.
Right.
He was like talking. This is my play. Bro. It's like what we've seen from this character is just not. There's nothing to like. It's like he's like a he's like a brooding guy.
Part of it. It's part of it.
He sets things on fire. He breaks windows.
Yeah.
You show me from where he grew up. He grew up in like a slum and stuff. And I'm just wondering if okay, are they trying to?
There's a lot of people that come from that type of environment and they relate to that, dude.
Okay, that's my question. How relatable is this gimmick to somebody, and to the point where we should like him? Okay, people can say okay, I envision, okay, I see that. Okay, but do I like the guy because of that? Because I don't even really like myself.
Well, I think for a 15-year-old that's rebellious and skateboarding and doing his own not giving a yeah.
Exactly.
That 15, I would have thought he was cool.
That's probably mega over with
really,
rebellious high schoolers,
But when we look at people like that, those are not baby faces.
Okay, because
those are not the guy in your class.
That's why I said there's something different about him, and that's what makes him attractive to kids. They're like, he's different. He's not like everybody else. He's not
not the point. Not the point. I understand the way we present the character, but my question is the way they presented it, and the character traits that he's showing us. Okay, well, what do I like or what do I dislike?
I just told you the rebelliousness of the whole thing.
For you,
I'm setting on fire. I don't give a
for you.
I'll take crazy bumps.
Yeah, maybe Disco. Look at
15-year-old kids like that, dude.
Okay, but here's my
He's
question.
a never say die underdog. What about that?
That's not the point. My question is specifically what Konnan just said. The rebellious dude, the thing I don't give a okay, is that but the way he's doing it, is he a babyface or is he a heel? Because my point is, here's
I know he's very heelish. You're correct.
That's my
His
point.
His promos are heelish, and he kind of comes off as a kind of
Right, exactly. That's my point. And I'm saying
maybe people like that. Maybe people like that about him. They're like, you know what? He's keeping it real. Yeah.
Because I think what they're doing is they're pushing him as a babyface.
Right.
These are his characteristics, and it's like, dude, this is not like you. I know you're pushing him as a baby. You look at this guy as like a kid like that in your neighborhood is not like the babyface kid. That's the troublemaker kid. This guy broke our window. He's a rebel. It's like I said, it's very heelish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so he's in a weird place with this character of the direction the company wants to take this guy, a top babyface thing, but it's like we take all this guy's characteristics and he's more of a heel, but there's no way we're going to book a 140-pound heel to get heat on people on the show. He's a way better. He works way, way, way better as a babyface. That's the way he works.
Yeah,
but he's not likable. So it's he's in a very weird spot.
I think what makes him not a heel, I mean, even though he has interviews and we've all talked about that, is the fact that he always fights. The
way he works.
He fights clean and he doesn't jump anyone and he doesn't do that kind of heel. Yeah.
So that's my question.
I just think I do think there's an attraction there with his rebelliousness and him being like anti-typical babyface, where people are like, you know what? I like this with that heelish edge to my babyface in this character. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Anti-heroes are always appealing.
But here's my point. It's like his character is the type of guy. He's the kid that's the loner in school. Skips class, stays in his room. When he leaves the room, he hates the world. He breaks the kid at school that he broke the kid's window at his house and ran away. Everything. Right. My question is, what if Darby started, doing nicer things, like saying nice, like speaking more positively instead of just complete negative. Like, this is where I grew up. This is my happy place. What if he just started?
That's not his character, bro.
No.
You want him to hold a flower while he's doing it?
I honestly think if you get a good writer, if you get somebody that can get in tune with this, you could write him some decent material.
What they're doing with him. No. I like his package. They haven't presented him well. That's their fault.
Right.
That kid has something about him. They're now starting to present him better, but they've done him no favors the last 2 years how they booked him, sitting in the stands, beating people just to beat people. The dad and kid Halloween thing with Sting, poor Sting, he's been buried in all of this, has meant absolutely nothing.
Right.
They don't have any real natural chemistry. I don't think I've ever seen them sit down and have a real good talk together. No, right. Not even a fist bump, not a bat bump.
No, they did the fist bump on the match this week. They had the fist bump, and he did his comeback on the fist. Yeah.